Man, what do you like about GOGI?
Man, I like GOGI, man, for the fact, man, that I can be responsible, man. I can be the boss of my brain. If I make a mistake, man, I don't have to ponder on mistakes I made, but I can own that mistake and I can keep moving forward. I like GOGI, man, because it allows you to be you.
As you know, man, we've been here for a while. We've been down, man, for over 20 years. A lot of adversity, you know, in my life as well as in your life. What's coming up for me right now is just, I remember some years ago, my mom was in this relationship with this guy. Now they're married, so he's my stepfather, but I remember they were going through a period in their life where they were arguing and some verbal abuse going on, and I just remember feeling like angry, hopeless, and feeling like I should be there to protect her. And then I remember just thinking about let go, you know what I'm saying? Like if I just let go of how they're living their life and just claim responsibility for me, then in time things are gonna work themselves out. And just, it humbled me to know that I don't have all the answers and I don't have the power to change anybody's life.
Right.
They gotta want it for themselves.
I read that book about Boss My Brain, man. I really realized, you know, the irrational ways that I was thinking and living, and, you know, how I made my family and people that love me settle for less, you know, and how my old habits played into me acting and being the way I was. So I started thinking rationally, man. I had to wipe away all the things that I was doing that was wrong and just stay positive, man, with the things that I was doing right. And today, I'm feeling good, man. I'm at peace with myself. It's still a struggle. You know, GOGI can manifest itself in all 36 prisons, man, throughout California. I mean, because GOGI give everybody the tools to allow themselves to become the boss of their brain, to allow themselves to claim responsibility and to really have ultimate freedom.
And they're so flexible, they can be used in any situation by anybody, and it can empower them to make better choices. You know, sometimes I sit back and I think about, what if I become the man that my mother wants me to be? What if I use these tools to contribute to humanity and stop hiding behind that mask and that image? What if I just be me? Matthew Edwards, what if I just be responsible? You know what I mean? And just contribute to humanity as opposed to taking from humanity. That's what I like about GOGI, especially what if, is you can just visualize yourself being any and everything that you want to be, whereas in the past we were afraid and to aspire to reach our goals and dreams. Today, what if you can be anything, especially with GOGI?
Man,
you know?
You know, and it's a trip, man, that I look at GOGI as being my platform, man, to let the world know who I am. For years, we've been sitting in prison, man, you know, and we got things in common. We walked the stage together and got our first degree together. You know what I'm saying?
You remember that? You
So,
remember?
you know, hey, you know, we got something in common, man, and think that GOGI and us applying ourselves to GOGI allowed ourselves to get out there into the world, man, to see let the people know that we not who we were back then. Like,
And you remember in the past how angry and how bitter you used to be? You know what I mean?
that was my excuse to not being able to own up to the role I played in the way I lived my life, man. You know, I've been in prison for 25 years for a crime I didn't commit, you know, and I'm not ashamed to say that, but I have to own the accountability of, if I would never live in the life that I was living, I wouldn't be in prison. I think that's a lot of the reasons why I was bitter, because I didn't want to own up to playing 99.9% of the role that got me in prison.
And you know what? I've noticed a lot of people in prison, including myself, we don't want to man up and own the choices that we made to get here into prison, and own the fact that our choices destroyed a lot of lives.
Yeah,
that's,
you know, it's a trip. We destroyed our own life. We destroyed our own life, you know, not thinking that we were destroying others in the same breath.
And it's because we let other people be the boss of our brain instead of us being the boss of our own brains.
But it ain't happening right now.
It ain't happening right now.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. But you about to leave, man. We got this bond in common that I think through GOGI, we always gonna have that bond. We created so much memories together that there's no such thing from us being apart. you know, because we left on a note that we are both being the boss of our brain. But we got to stay in the smart part for us to stay linked together. As men, as long as we wipe away, man, you know, the unnecessary bull crap, then we can always see eye to eye, man, and grow to where it's through our willingness and our hard efforts that we're not allowing ourselves to succumb to whatever bull crap they got going on up in here. We making the choices that we wasn't secure enough to make in the yesterdays. So I want to say to you, man, is that wherever you go, continue to be that leader, man. You always been the boss of your brain, but right now you got a platform. You got GOGI, and you got your way to where you know how to lead, man, and it's respected. You taught me, and I'm gonna run with it, you know, and I appreciate that. I just wanted to say that to you, though.
Yeah, I appreciate our journey together too, man. Both come a long way, and it's all about being of service.
That's it. That's it.
Taking one day at a time towards ultimate freedom.
And that's it, being of service. This is what a lot of people don't understand. Being of service in prison is an everyday struggle. And I say that because it's easy for me to come up in the gym, man, and to facilitate a group. But it's a challenge maintaining the emotions that be within me, grabbing me. And I say that I have to be in tune with my emotions, myself daily, in order to be of service to somebody else. I'm not just a facilitator in the gym. I'm a facilitator wherever I go. It's a part of me. So as long as we stay the boss of our brain, as long as we stay belly breathing and keeping that 5-second light switch, you know, on, then we good.
Most definitely. Man, I really enjoyed our conversation, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
For sure.
GOGI for life, baby.
GOGI for life. For sure.
I had experienced a lot of abuse.
I was hooked on drugs.
I believed that I was destined to fail.
I was at rock bottom.
It was a make or break me moment.
But I knew that I needed to change my life.
Getting out by going in.
Using the GOGI tools, I get to claim responsibility.
It allows you to move forward into bigger and better things.
With GOGI, I move forward.
With GOGI, I have 12 tools that help me make better decisions.
Since getting involved in GOGI and being a facilitator, I've made friends and connections with people I never would have imagined.
If you want to truly experience freedom, be of service to your community.
That means teaching people how to make positive decisions in their lives, as I've learned.
The biggest thing that I try to do is to share the GOGI tools.
It's fantastic. GOGI for life.
I am
I'm the face of GOGI.
GOGI on 3. 1, 2, 3.
GOGI!